And we benefited from growing slowly. Like in 2018 when we bought this place, it was just a bowling alley. They had the bar and the food and the bowling alley, and it was nowhere near as busy as it is now. You know, I think, not to throw numbers around, and I'm probably going to be off by a little bit, but I think the overall sales of the place the year before we bought it was $300,000 for the year, and last year we did $2 million. So it's grown 10 times, but it didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen without work. But most importantly, we were able to come in, get set, be very intentional about who we hired. Because we grew slowly, we were able to really pay attention to who we hired. We were able to hire a lot of people that we've known for a very long time, who had been in the bar business or the food business. So we were able to go to them and say, hey, we're starting this thing. We'd love to have you come along. And so from day one, we had people in place that we trusted and we'd known. We had relationships outside of work, and we were able to bring them in. So from day one, we had a core group of people who all understood where we wanted to go. And we sat them down and said, look, this is what it is today, but this is what it's gonna be, and this is what we're gonna turn it into. And they believed in what we were gonna do, and they understood that we had the right things in place to make it happen. And then we were, from then on, every decision we made, we talked it through, and we were very intentional about where we were headed. And we always knew live music was what we wanted to do. Everything else, not that it was secondary, but it wasn't the focus. So we did everything we had to do to get the live music running, both downstairs and upstairs, and we sort of reshaped the inside of the space to accommodate all that. And by being welcoming and being open and being very direct about where we stand, people started coming. And I think if you're gonna have a spot that's gonna welcome the public in, you need to be welcoming. You need to make a very broad, diverse group of folks feel comfortable to be successful. And we've got a lot of bands that come through here from all over the world who've said incredibly nice things to us about the hospitality and the space and the people who work here, and all those things are true. But for me, and I know it's the same for my wife, like, I'm the most proud of days like yesterday, where we had a very diverse group of people in here, from all different backgrounds, from all different walks of life, from different parts of the city, from other cities, all having a blast, all listening to great music, and all having fun. And there were kids as young as 1 year old and people as old as probably 75 or 80 here, all at the same time, all having fun. And for me, as a guy who grew up not just loving punk rock, but loving hip hop, it was great to have hip hop be the soundtrack for that too. Because, sometimes, people shy away from, hosting events like that. And we've embraced it, and it's done nothing but be successful. So yesterday was a very, very, it's kind of fortuitous that this interview is happening today, because I walked around for at least an hour yesterday just feeling really proud of all the work that the people who are involved with this place have done to make it a place where such a diverse group of people feel comfortable.
So when you sit down strategizing, who you sitting down with, your wife or what?
I talk with my wife a lot about sort of, as husband and wife partners often do, you sort of, the time when you're not at work is the time you sort of talk through how you feel about this or that, or what's the roadmap for the next 30 days or the next 6 months. Those are conversations that both of us have together. We talk to the two managers that work here, Holly and Sean, both fantastic. I bounce stuff off them because they've been in the bar industry for a long time, and they sort of they can see trends coming before I can, more often than not. And then I talk a lot to other folks who own places similar around the country. That's another great thing that came out of the pandemic, is there's almost like working groups of club owners in Ohio and then more broadly across the country that are talking about different stuff. And then a lot of it is just sort of paying attention to the customers who come in, right? And talking to them. What do you want to see? What do you like?